Ever wished shopping could be a little more automated?
Automated.
Yeah, like what if it just kind of happened?
Ah, I see where you're going with this.
Today we're diving into Amazon's, well, their plans.
Ambitious plans.
Right, ambitious plans to use AI to, you know,
Revolutionize.
revolutionize, exactly, the online shopping experience.
Music to my ears. We're talking about AI shopping agents, folks. This isn't just another product recommendation algorithm.
We've got 2 Wired articles, by the way, that we're pulling from today. One's called, hold on,
Amazon dreams of AI agents that do the shopping for you.
that's the one. And there's another one, too.
It's Amazon Eye's AI shopping agents, the future of automated e-commerce.
Catchy, right?
So not just recommending stuff anymore. This is AI that actually, buys things for you.
Precisely. Forget asking a chatbot about delivery times. We're talking about AI that steps in and says, I got this. Orders it, done deal.
Okay, I gotta admit, part of me finds that incredibly convenient, like sign me up.
Right.
But the other part of me is a little,
spooked. Yeah, a little spooked. Like, how much power are we actually giving these AI agents?
it's a valid concern, absolutely. But think of it like this. What if it started small? The article mentioned automatically buying the next book in a series you're reading, for example.
Okay, that I can get behind. I can't tell you how many times I've stayed up way too late because I couldn't remember if I'd bought the next book or just dreamed about it.
Exactly. It's about anticipating your needs, taking care of those little things.
I was like, instead of me frantically searching my Kindle at 2 a.m.,
Your AI agent swoops in and says, next chapter ready whenever you are.
okay, I could get used to that.
Yeah.
But seriously, what's the difference between, like, a chatbot and an AI agent?
Ah, excellent question. It boils down to this. Chatbots, they're reactive. You ask, they answer.
Right.
An agent, though, proactive. It analyzes your past behavior, figures out your needs, and then, bam, takes action.
So, like, if I'm constantly ordering those little caramel waffle cookies.
Which, no judgment, by the way.
Oh, I order a lot of those.
Your AI agent might just order you a fresh box right before you run out.
Dangerous for my waistline, but I see your point.
It's about making your life smoother, more efficient.
Okay, but what about the bigger picture here? We're talking about AI making decisions for us, and not just about cookies.
You're hitting on a crucial point. This is about more than just convenience. It's a fundamental shift in how we interact with technology. It's about delegating tasks, trusting algorithms with our preferences.
And potentially our credit card information.
We'll get to the security and privacy concerns, I promise. But imagine the possibilities. Grocery shopping on autopilot, managing subscriptions, even curating personalized gift recommendations. No more last-minute scrambles or gift cards you know they'll never use.
Okay, you've sold me on the gift part. Anyone who's ever received a birthday present from me can attest to my questionable taste.
We've all been there.
But how do these AI agents get so good at knowing what we want? Are we talking true artificial intelligence here?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And the answer, in a nutshell, is large language models. Ever heard of LLMs?
LLMs, like the things that power ChatGPT.
Exactly. Except in this case, they're trained on massive data sets of, you guessed it, shopping data. They learn to recognize patterns, connect the dots, even predict your next purchase with scary accuracy.
And we're talking about Amazon here. These guys practically invented one-click ordering.
Think about the sheer volume of data they've accumulated.
Yeah.
What you buy, when you buy it, even what you almost bought but decided against at the last minute. It's like they have a direct line to our consumer subconscious.
So, the more we shop on Amazon.
The smarter their AI becomes. It's a self-perpetuating cycle of data and personalization.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But this advancement, it's not just about recommending products we're already buying, is it? The article mentioned something about AI generating shopping guides, too. That sounds like a game changer.
Absolutely. Imagine having personalized guides for any product you can think of. Need new headphones? Bam! AI-generated guide comparing noise cancellation, sound quality, battery life, all tailored to your preferences.
Like having a personal shopping assistant, but without the awkward small talk.
Exactly. And they're not just limited to tech gadgets. The article specifically mentioned the definitive hedge trimmer guide, whatever that means.
I don't even want to know, but it sounds thorough.
The point is, no matter how niche your interest, these AI-powered guides are here to help you navigate the often overwhelming world of online shopping. They cut through the marketing jargon, break down complex features, and empower you to make informed decisions.
That's a lot of power for an algorithm.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes you wonder about the future of online content creation as a whole If AI can generate these comprehensive, personalized shopping guides, what's that mean for human writers,
Yeah.
for experts, for websites like Wired themselves?
That's the million-dollar question, right? I mean,
Yeah.
can AI really replace that human touch, the personal perspective?
Yeah, the nuanced opinion.
Exactly.
The kind of thing you get from, actually experiencing something firsthand.
It's tricky. AI, it can process mountains of data, right?
Yeah.
Spot patterns humans might miss, maybe even predict what we'll want next.
But can it really truly understand? Like, can it get the joy of finding the perfect pair of jeans?
Or the letdown of ordering something online that looks totally different in person.
Exactly. It's like there's a difference between knowing the specs and knowing the feeling.
I think for now, that human element still matters, especially when we're talking about things that are, well,
Personal. Subjective.
exactly. AI can recommend a product, but can it recommend the right product for you, for your specific emotional needs? It's a high bar.
Okay, so maybe human writers, experts, they're not out of a job just yet.
Not just yet, no.
But the articles did make me think about how our shopping habits themselves might change. I mean, we've talked recommendations, we've talked shopping guides, but what about AI actually hitting that buy button for us?
Now, that's where things get really interesting.
Because that takes a whole other level of, I don't know, trust.
Trust, definitely. But imagine this. You need new running shoes, right?
Hypothetically. My current pair is doing okay.
Okay. But for the sake of argument,
Right, go on.
you tell your AI agent, hey, I need new running shoes. My old ones are toast. Find me something with good arch support under $100 and make sure they're blue.
And just like that, new shoes magically appear on my doorstep.
2 days later, tops, you haven't lifted a finger except maybe to tell it your size.
Okay, that does sound kind of amazing.
Right.
But what's stopping these AI agents from turning us all into, like, shopaholics? I mean, if I'm not the one manually hitting buy, it's easy to imagine just, saying yes to everything.
That's where responsible AI comes in, right? It shouldn't be about maximizing consumption. Ideally, we're talking about agents you can customize. Set your spending limits, prioritize certain values, like buying ethical or sustainable products.
Or tell it to cut me off if I'm about to make an impulse purchase.
Precisely. You're in control. But the AI is doing the heavy lifting, the remembering, the comparing.
So it's finding that balance.
Yeah.
Like, convenience is great, but I don't want to feel like I'm relinquishing all control.
Exactly. And that's why transparency is so crucial. We need to know how these AI agents work, what data they're using, how they're tailoring things to our profiles.
Otherwise, it gets a little too big brotherish.
Right. We want personalized experiences, not manipulation.
Which brings us back to data privacy. I mean, we've talked about how much data Amazon has, which gives them a huge advantage in building these AI shopping agents.
A definite edge.
But doesn't that raise concerns about fairness? I mean, what about smaller companies? How can they compete in a world where AI is calling the shots and Amazon has all the data? It feels like we're talking about like a whole new era of online shopping.
Absolutely.
And it makes me wonder, who benefits most from this? Is it consumers looking for convenience, or is it the big players like Amazon who already have all the data?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Right. Like, it's great if AI can help me find the perfect pair of headphones,
Sure.
but not if it comes at the expense of, fairness and competition in the market.
I hear you. And I think that's where, regulation comes in.
Regulation.
Yeah, we need to make sure these technologies are being developed responsibly, that they're not being used to create monopolies or stifle innovation.
So, like, are we talking about things like antitrust laws, data privacy regulations?
All of that and more, I think. We need to be having these conversations now before these technologies become so ingrained that it's too late to change course.
It's like we're at a crossroads.
Yeah.
And the decisions we make now are going to have a huge impact on the future of, well, everything.
Exactly. It's not just about shopping anymore. It's about how we want to live in a world that's increasingly shaped by algorithms.
Okay, so we've talked about the potential benefits, the convenience, the personalization. And we've talked about the potential downsides, like data privacy and fairness. But there was one part in the article that I wanted to circle back to. It was that anecdote about the Amazon executive who was, like, totally caught off guard by an AI book recommendation.
Oh, yeah, the Watchmen thing. That was interesting.
Right. I mean, here's a guy who presumably knows a thing or two about how these AI systems work. And even he was surprised by its ability to, like, make connections, understand context.
It shows you the potential of these systems, right? Like, they're not just matching keywords or following pre-programmed rules. They're actually learning, evolving.
It's kind of like, I don't know, the AI equivalent of a kid saying something surprisingly insightful out of the blue.
Exactly. You're like, where did that come from? It makes you realize there's more going on under the hood than you might think.
Which is exciting, but also, a little unnerving.
For sure. It's like we're opening up this black box and we're not entirely sure what we're going to find.
Well, that's a thought to leave us with. Any final words of wisdom for our listeners as they navigate this brave new world of AI-powered shopping?
I guess I would say stay curious, but stay informed. Don't be afraid to experiment with these new technologies, but also don't just blindly trust them. Ask questions, demand transparency, and remember that you're in control.
It's our future, right?
Exactly.
Well, that's our deep dive for today. We covered a lot of ground, but hey, that's what we do here.
Always a pleasure chatting with you. Until next time.
Until next time. And for all you shoppers out there, don't let the algorithms outsmart you.
Yeah.
Happy shopping, everyone!